Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about whether or not college was worth it. My answer, yes. Long answer, it depends. So I graduated with a degree in international relations, but even I know that field is pretty broad, so you really have to think about what you're getting yourself into beforehand. Now, based on my own personal experience going to UC Davis, I made the most of it and milked the school for what it was worth. I attended all 4 years and had my tuition paid for and was a Meta Scholarship recipient, which gave me some money every school year. In addition, I also had an ROTC 2-year room and board scholarship, which I would receive on my 3rd and final year at the university. A study abroad scholarship, which paid for my flights, a UCDC scholarship, which paid for the housing of my internship program, and let's just sprinkle in a scuba dive scholarship, just because being in ROTC helped me win that training grant. So as you can see, a lot of programs and organizations invested a lot of money on me, which is also why I couldn't drop out, because I'd end up having to pay all that money back. I'm talking to you, ROTC. But I was still a broke-ass college student, because I was pretty stupid with my money back then. And even especially when I started working for the Army, I spent it on some stupid things. But this isn't a video about financial advice, so we'll move on to the clubs I was a part of. I was in a bunch of clubs looking back at it. I was in the Special Transitional Enrichment Program, aka STEP, which helped first-gen low-income students with workshops and resources on campus. Joined the Boxing Club, EOP Scholars Program, which gave us a book stipend. That was pretty cool. Archery Club, International Relations Club, and probably the most important one being ROTC. I did all of that just to be unemployed and broke. No, but it felt like that when I just graduated, because I wouldn't start working for the Army for a few months later. But I lived in the dorms during my first year and final 2 quarters at UC Davis since I became an RA. So it's safe to say I did everything I possibly could, even during the COVID lockdown, and had my full college experience. I never got to join the film club though, but you could only do so much. But it would be a disservice of me to say I'm employed due to my degree only. So I've already mentioned I was an ROTC and commissioned as an officer, which allowed me to work full-time in the Army. And being an officer pays pretty well. For the lack of experience that we have, honestly, at some points I felt overpaid. Not anymore, but definitely in the very beginning. Before then I was working all the minimum wage jobs, warehouse, retail, restaurant. I never want to go back to Amazon or Walmart ever again. So getting my degree, which is a requirement to become an officer in any military branch in the world, allowed me to utilize my education for that. And I always tell people that ROTC was the best investment I've ever done for myself. But as you already know, it's not for everyone because it's such a commitment and not everybody wants to go in the armed forces, which I totally understand. But this is just my own personal experience. I actually wanted to quit the program on my first year because I got homesick, being over 400 miles away from home, and ROTC was being stupid and I got tired of waking up early as a college student. So waking up early in college is not the same as waking up early in high school. So that was a big wake-up call for me. But thankfully I got over it because I really thought to myself about the long-term investment and how I'd have a secure job for the next 4 years once I graduated college. So I thought long-term, I really planned it out and I really wanted it. So I plan to go active duty, which scares a lot of cadets who haven't signed their lives away, but again, it's completely understandable since the Army is a big commitment, but it's really not as scary as you think. I don't know, maybe I'm just saying that because I'm an officer now. I also thought to myself, if I'm gonna join, might as well get my degree and become an officer. So I needed that 4-year safety net once I graduated in order to leverage my experience from the Army into the civilian market. But honestly, after going into my 3rd year now, I actually don't mind staying in for a few more years since the pay is amazing, and on top of that, I'm living overseas and travel to all the countries I've always wanted to visit as a kid. So I'm definitely milking the Army for what it's worth as well. And since I'm an officer, we don't have contracts like the enlisted do, since they actually need enlisted soldiers. NCOs are the backbone of the Army, I swear I'm not trying to recruit y'all to join because I've already said this lifestyle isn't for everyone. And I've never been more stressed out in my life, to be honest, but I've also learned a lot about myself as a leader, and that's due to the specific MOS that I am, which is infantry. I really don't have any regrets choosing this job since I get to see what it's really like, but I also plan on switching career fields by the end of this year. Infantry is cool and all, and it's a great foundation to begin with, but it was never the end goal for me. And at the end of the day, you have to decide what's best for you and which path you want to take. It's okay to change your path if you realize it's not what you want, and that's fine, but just make sure you do it well and you plan ahead of time. So to reiterate my answer of college being worth it, yes, it was for me, because I definitely made my degree work for me, and you already saw how I planned my 4 years out and made sure I could go active duty. So for those of you thinking about college, just ask yourself what you want to get out of it. Unfortunately, you don't have all the time in the world, and the last thing you want to do is graduate in a field that you don't even want to do anymore. So just think about it, sleep on it, and trust your intuition. And also, don't take any student loans. Like, it's really not worth it. Don't go to your dream school and take out so much money because you didn't get financial aid for it. Like, it's just 4 years of your life. You'll survive. Thank you all for watching. See y'all next time. Peace out.